Okay, it's your boy, the Knologist, and we're going to be doing this question called move zeros. Given an integer array nums, move all zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. So, given an integer array, I'm just thinking like loop through all the elements, right? And if I can do a swap. I can do a series of swaps from the start with 2 pointers, one being the end element and then one being this, and if left equals right, we end. So that's what I'm going to do, the 2-pointer method. I think this is the way to go. That's how we do it in place swap. The other thing is, so let's start with while. So first I'm going to make left equals 0, right equals nums minus 1, length of numbers minus 1, boom. And then while left is less than right. So that means if we cross, that means we swapped everything from the left side with everything that we could swap on the right side. Okay? If the number on the left side equals 0, if the number on the left side equals 0, nums left, nums right, swap the elements. I'm just curious if it's equals. I think it's equals. So yeah, position 1, position 2 equals, position 2, position 1. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Right, left, left, right. Okay, cool. We swap the elements if nums left equals 0. And if that happens, we go right, minus equals 1. So now we've burned that element at the end. This has been swapped. We don't want to swap it with another 0, so we have to move the right one down. And then I'm going to take the left and extrapolate it out, because whether it is good or bad, I have to keep moving it. Right? If it's bad, swap and then move it. If it's good, don't swap and then move it. Right? So I'm going to have to put left plus equals 1. And eventually they will coincide, and then we are done. And then I just return the final array, which is nums with all the swaps intact. fuck? Why is not? Why is that not working? Oh, what if the num's right is already 0? Is what it's saying. So if I'm at 0, swap. If num's left equals 0, but then I'll do a check here. If num's right equals 0, right? If num's right equals 0, I'm going to write minus equals 1, continue. So I keep going. So if that element is already 0 at this element, continue, go to the next one. So I always prepare it to be the next. Let's try that. Why does that not work? What the fuck? Everything is good. Expected is 1 3 12 0 0. It's got to be swapping. Length of the numbers array, minus 1 is the final element. 0 is the beginning element. So if nums.right equals 0, right minus 1, so reduce, continue. If it's not, this is an element to be swapped with something on the left that's 0. So if nums.left equals 0, nums.right is not equal 0, do this. Elif, let me do an elif statement, and then I'll just put this stuff here. Delete this. Boom. So that way meets the condition, no. If it doesn't meet the condition, make it the right condition and then repeat. Let's try that. Why is that not working? What's wrong with my solution? What is wrong with my solution? I swap nums.left, nums.right, nums.right, nums.left, swap. I swap. So list that thing. Minus position 1, minus position 2. Was minus position 2, minus position 1. We swap. What's wrong with that? So I swap. It's always something small, right? It's always something fucking small. What is not working? Left, right. Left is less than right. What if we go less than or equal to? I'm just curious. is that not the right? Okay, so what am I getting here? Same output. Okay, so this is not the reason. Nums.left, if nums left equals 0, something on the left is equal to 0, and then left plus equals 1. Why don't I just do this? Why don't I just do this? Left plus equals 1, because I want to move it. I want to move this index up 1. Continue, so it goes back to here, and if it doesn't meet any of these conditions, then I want to go left plus equals 1. Let's try that. Why? Does it have to be in order? While maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Oh, okay, so I still achieve the outcome. But the order of the elements is different. That's what's wrong. So my solution works for getting the zeros to the end. If you look here, it doesn't work because of the swaps. So I could either now go through my array and swap. So if this is just me being crafty. This is my attempt at being crafty. So I'm going to try it and now take this and just sort these elements. So I'm going to go new left equals 0. Alright, so now I'm going to start here at the 12. While nums new left is not equal to 0 if nums while maintaining the relative order. The relative order is position. You know what? I'm gonna scrap this whole thing. I'm gonna scrap this whole thing and let's see if I can do it even simpler. If nums for I in range when nums right? If nums I equals 0, pop element from array from list Python list pop. There's add pop, so pop index it here. So pop nums pop index I. If this is 0, then simply just append it. So if I find a 0 here, pop it off and append it to the array. So now, actually, I don't think I should do a start at the end. So I pop off the element, I add it to the end. Okay, then I go to the next one. I don't pop off the element. This one, pop off the element, add it to the end. Don't. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's all zeros, right? Because I could just go to the end. Until it hits the last one. That should work, actually. Temp nums pop, and then nums dot append temp. So it'll just keep swapping its own zeros till it hits the end, but the array length will always remain the same. So this should work. Temp pop thing. Let's try it. Oh, I did if. Should be 4. There we go. What? How? If it's 0, I pop it off, add it. If it's 0 again, pop it off, add it. So why doesn't that work? So now I'm at 0, 1, 0. 0, pop it off, add it. Let's try that. It needs something to tell it when to stop. So I could do this. len nums minus 1. And then I can do this. Left equals left equals 0, like I did before. Change this to a while loop, so I keep track of the end and just keep reducing the end. So while left, let's call it right. While left is less than right. So if nums I nums left equals 0, temp.pop left, nums.append right. No, nums.append temp. Then I just go left plus equals 1, right minus equals 1. And now I just look at the new element on the right side, because we know that right is the final element, and we keep going down. We know that that element is taken care of. Until eventually we meet the end. While left, oh, there's got to be a colon. Let's do that. Okay. Time limit exceeded. Why? 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 One zero. Okay. I don't get why. So if left's not right, if nums left, so 0 equals 1, I go left plus 1, and then it'll be right minus 1. Oh, and then I'll just go continue. Otherwise, if it's not 0, let's just do this. Keep incrementing the left. Why? 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 Okay, I'm making some really small tweak that's wrong. So I need to figure this out. What's the time on here? 23 minutes. Okay, let's just figure it out, because I'm getting triggered. It's like ruining my mental thought pattern. Right now, like, my logic makes sense. It's like, okay, look at this, swap. If not, move this down, swap, move this up. Go through all the zeros. I did that earlier. Didn't work. What if I go all the way back to my old solution? So it's, oh wait, no, why did I do that? So run, and it doesn't pass because it takes the arrays to the end. Okay, so let's just go through this. Put this on ChatGPT. This is my original solution, because I'm pretty much going back there logically. So let's go ChatGPT. This is definitely one of those two-pointer things, but clearly I'm doing something wrong. I'm missing, and I think it's like, because it's 1:46 a.m. I'm like not in the mental capacity to proofread myself, right? I'm just trying to get things done, no matter the cost. Okay, so this is my code. Fix my solution. You know what happened? I was focusing so much on moving the zeros to the end, I could just have flipped my logic and taken all the non-zeros and moved them to the front. So that's one. It's one way of solving it. Let's go through this. This fixes my original solution. So let's try this. So your implementation is on the right track, but it doesn't effectively move all the zeros to end while maintaining the order. Which is the right pointer is moving in a way that doesn't guarantee we're checking all the elements in nums. Okay, so last non-zero found at 0. Nums I is not equal to 0. Swap the elements. Loop through the array. Okay, so keep track of the position of to place the next non-zero element. Last non-zero element found it here. So if nums I is not equal to 0, so it's a non-zero element, swap the non-zero element with nums I. Okay, so swap it with itself. Okay, because it starts at 0, then move it to the next one. Move the pointer to the next position. So now, if it's a non-zero, the last non-zero is now 1. Oh, so this is just keeping track of the non-zero elements till it goes to the end. So basically, it loops once through the whole array, but it keeps track of the non-zeros. So if, let's say the first element is 1, 0, 1 swaps with itself 1, so then it adds 1. So now the position of the last non-zero is 1. So now 1, 0. So now we go to the next element is 0, right? If it is 0, nothing until we find the next one. So 1, 0, 1. Then we go to 1. We swap 1 with the last non-zero element found. So now we just move it to the back, swap this 0. Now we go to the front, boom, skip, boom. This is added as 2. So now we just keep going until we find something that's non-zero and swap it with the 0 to keep the order, which is pretty smart. It does one pass through the loop and it keeps a position. It keeps a marker on the position. So basically, non-zero position for I in range when nums, so one pass through the array, if nums I is not equal to 0, so basically it's not equal to 0, this is a non-zero position number, then I want to do a swap on the 0 position, the non-zero position. So nums non-zero position, so this is it, and it just swaps itself, because let's say it's a 1 0 1, 1 stays with itself, so I swap it with itself just to increment it to the next, just to keep it just keeps track of where we should be, or where should the swap occur next. Num 0, boom. Oh wait, nums I mean nums I, nums num 0 position, 0 position nums I 0 position. Okay. If I equals 0, if I equals 1, then I want to increment. If I do this, if I do a swap, I want to push it. I want to push this nums or non-zero position plus equals 1. Unless I'm missing something. Nums non-zero position. Oh, nums none. None. My fucking spelling errors. See, look, it's like almost 2 a.m. So I'm like making the dumbest errors right now. This is what it takes though, guys. This is what it takes. This is the kind of commitment it takes to get to the next level. There we go, beat 77.7. So basically it's keeping track, and then whenever there's a non-zero, swap with wherever that element is in the for loop. So if I is 0 and it's a non-zero, swap with itself, so this stays, add 1. Now we're looking at the next position. I is 0, so it goes to the next. I is not 0, swap, moves to the next. So now 0 is here, and it goes to the next. I is 1, swap, right? So then it always pushes the 0. All it's doing is pushing the 0 up 1 every time, and then it's keeping the order of the non-zeros, because non-zero stays here. 0, boom, next. Non-zero, swap, boom. Now I move this thing up, boom. Now the non-zero is 0, 0, next. Non-zero, swap, boom, next. And then all it does is like an escalator pushes the zeros to the top. So that's what it does. So if you like that video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below. Canologist out.